B kicks off in the Oulun Energia Arena in Finland, of course. Where else would it be? Karpat Oulu playing host to Grenoble, their first time in the CHL, and how will they fare against one of the top clubs? Well, things didn't go exactly as planned for Grenoble. Right off the bat, Jesse Puljärvi, 2 minutes and 42 seconds into his return for the club, he gets the opener. A wicked slapper to boot. Not much that the netminder can do there. Horak did what he could, but in the end, it's not enough. Karpat on the power play, and they would continue to pepper the net of Horak all night long. This one coming from distance, but there's still some snap and a little bit of danger when that one comes flying at you that quickly. Dying moments of the first period. Would we get one more goal? How about it? Why not? Karpat Oulu up by 2. From one of the younger players to one of the older, Janne Pesonen, 1939, the time of his tally, and number 20 makes them pay when it matters most. On to the second period of play. Grenoble on the power play. A chance for them to cut that deficit down to 1. Not this time around. A beautiful stop, and I mean absolutely spectacular from Justus Anonen. Look at him rip that glove top shelf to deny the goal. Karpat would not sit around. They are an aggressive team, but they did come up against a informed netminder at certain moments. Horak here with 2 stops, but look at that second one. Off the rush, another beautiful opportunity, and a showcase for our netminder once again. Horak with a tough stop. He had to read that shot or the shooter, doesn't matter. He's got the save. On to the third and final frame. Grenoble get themselves 1 on the board, and it's quite a ripper at that. Damien Fleury with the lone goal so far for Grenoble in their CHL debut. Another look at it from this angle. It doesn't get much prettier than that. The captain roofs it top shelf. That's pretty stuff. But in the end, they would need one more to tie it up. But Karpat would not allow them to get that easily. Another top stop from the netminder. Another look at it, as he doesn't really know where it is at first, but Anonen is up to the challenge regardless. 4 minutes left, and that's the icing on the cake. Jakub Krejcik from the point, 55-17, the official time of his goal. It travels a long distance, and just like where Oulu is, the Finns have come off with a victory in the opening game. Group E has a top spot for Karpat Oulu.
All the fun of the fair at the Frölundaburg as Frölunda Indians took on the Graz 99ers. We didn't have to wait long for the first goal. 27 seconds, that's all. And Theodore Lindström scoring it. Feed coming from Max Friberg. And Christopher Nilstorp would not be happy with his part in that goal. And just another 35 seconds later, 1 became 2. And this is how, on the penalty shot, scored by Samuel Fegemo. Must be one of the earliest penalty shots ever in CHL history. Dispatched into the corner. But Graz had their response, and it came. Getting over 10 minutes into the first period, Dwight King, assisted by Yellowhorn and by Garbowski. 2-1, soon became 2-2. What a first period this was, and that was Sebastian Kohlberg converting again, Yellowhorn involved, and Garbowski. 2-2 at the end of 1. First strike in the second, though, coming from the home team. Kalmarsson. Assists from Lash and from Rakanshani. 3-2 became 3-3. It's that kind of game. Garbowski scoring this time, with Johansson involved in the build-up. But don't blink and you'll miss them. Goal number 4 from Grafenthin. They're just coming thick and fast. 34:07. Next one, 49:09. We're into the third. Graz with a 4-3 lead. Make that a 5-3 lead. They scored again. And once again, Dominic Grafenthin. 5-3 Graz, 5-4 now. You cannot avert your gaze because that's another one. This time put home by Max Friberg, assisted by Lash and by Raymond. What's going to happen next? Well, how about 5-5? How's that grab you? Patrick Carlson from Fagemo and from Grönlund. And for that 2-goal advantage, it's now 5-5. And of course, inevitably, it's overtime. King with a chance for the Graz, not taken. Chance also for Hamilton. Then into the shootout. And there is the goal scored and missed straight afterwards. So it is Weihage who will get the credit for the goal. 6-5 Graz. Two of the most consistent sides in CHL history meet in their opening Group E encounter at the Kraft Arena. The Swedes finishing third 5 years ago, Bern regular quarter-finalists. Here was a chance for Anderson, which Lindvall did a very good job of managing to stop right off the shoulder. Chances were few and far between, but here comes one for the Swedes, and this really should have been taken. Fingley with the pass to Pettersson. Puts it straight into the goalie's chest. Period number 2, still chances, still Bern pushing very hard on the Skellefteå net. Justin Kruger, the latest to come, very, very close to opening the scoring. But in period 3, suddenly things started to happen. And it is SC Bern who gets the first goal. Andrew Ebbett with assists from Mark Arcobello and from Kalle Anderson. They have been coming. 1-0 to Bern. Response in just over 10 minutes into the period, and it was Oscar Müller. There's a help from Joachim Listrom and from Thomas Pyatt, who put the Swedish side level at 1 apiece. Parity did not last very long. In fact, just around about a minute later, Bern back in front, scored by Alan Berger. And Gerber and Jeremy Gerber both involved in the build-up to this one. 2-1 Bern. No game to lose now. And with 3 minutes and 32 on the clock, what do you know, it's back level again. Joachim Listrom had a big influence in this game, we'll find out. Robin Alvarez and Thomas Pyatt with the assists. And 2-2 as we head towards what looked like an inevitable overtime. And that's what arrived, OT. And this surely should have been the winner. Nicholas Bergström with the best chance he could possibly get to tie up the game from their point of view, and it doesn't quite happen. So, goalie up against forward, and it is a chance taken by Joachim Listrom. Remember, I mentioned him before, an important part he had to play in the game. Well, he got his. Sadly, the opposite number 10, Tristan Shervy, gets his saved, and that means all the points go to Skellefteå. Bern come away with the 1. We're at the Fortress, so there's the Chizhofka Arena in Minsk, home of Junos, for the opening game of the Champions Hockey League season against New Boys Lausanne from Switzerland. Well, the first 2 periods didn't yield a great deal, not too many shots, certainly not too many chances, but here is just one that fell in the first period. And a good save by new keeper Tobias Steffen. Second period, maybe a few more, but certainly none really finding their target in the end. Waiting right on the doorstep there was Denis Siganov. And Throds nearly poking it home. And once again, talking of Siganov, he's involved in this one. Tries to go backhand wrister. Onto that backhand, tries to go upstairs, and over the top is where he finds it eventually. But the deadlock finally broken at 1 minute and 11 into the third. Vesvelod Kashkar on the doorstep of Tobias Steffen, and he entered without permission. Great combination in the build-up from Maltsev and Gorgotin. Really perfect pass from Maltsev, and he could only do one thing, that score. 2-0 just over 5 minutes later, and surely job done as Guy Netdinov gave it to Denis Sigalov, who did the rest selfishly, but very well. May not have been the case if he hadn't scored, but he did just that. Now, Lausanne may be the new boys, but they were far from overwhelmed. They produced a burst of 2 in less than 5 minutes. Josh Juris latching onto a pass from Petteri Lindbom first, and that was them back in the game. They had to review it, but here's the evidence. That was the stick across the line and nothing else, and that is fine. And then a stunning lifted shot by Christoph Bershi over Igor Brukun on the power play with 3:35 on the clock. Just look at how pinpoint accurate this shot is over the shoulder of the goalie, and 2-2. So overtime beckoned. Both sides had chances early on. The one that was taken, but it was reviewed for a long, long time, was by captain Andrei Antonov. Tobias Stefan, was he impeded or not? You make up your mind. Well, they did look at it for a long, long time. The decision ultimately was no, he hadn't been. Finished 3-2 to the home team in overtime.
The opening game of Group D in the Isku Arena in Lahti, Finland. The Pelicans, the newest additions to the CHL from the Finnish domestic league. They finished 3rd overall last year. Can they continue? Well, Osalari Trinets stand in their way. They've been in the competition a few times, and they came out firing early. This time around, though, it's the Pelicans with the earliest chance. No can-do on the scoring, though. But here come Trinets. Up the other way, they led in shots on target and on goal throughout the entirety of 60 minutes. But they came up against Tomi Karhunen, who had himself a heck of a night, as you'll see over the next few minutes. Still in the first period, and look at Trinets go. They keep creating chances, and this was by far their best of the night. Chmielewski on the doorstep. Look at the passes, wide open cage. He fans on it, and he cannot believe it either. This is a much better view, and let the face palms commence. On to the second period of play, where we had a little more of the same. However, the Pelicans were much more in their comfort zone this time around, much thanks to that man. Karhunen once again. The initial shot off the post. Thank you very much, he says, but the second one, that's what it's all about, as he snaps that leg to the bar and keeps it out. As I said, the Pelicans got a little bit of their groove on as well. However, neither side could find any scoring. It was a goaltender's battle through and through for 40 minutes. Bartoszek here makes the stop and dislodges the cage in the process. Still in the second frame, and look at this. Lahti on the doorstep, and they can't make it happen. And another facepalm, this time not from myself, as right on the doorstep. Look at this chance, just trickles past the post. No can do. Scoreless through 40 minutes still. On to the third period we go, where we would finally, and I mean finally, find a goal. It took us over 40 minutes of hockey, 44 and about 5 seconds to be precise. Either way, it doesn't matter how long you wait. All that matters is the goal itself. And that goal is massive. The captain, Hannes Björninen, assisted by Juha-Matti Aaltonen and Valtteri Merela. It's a 1-0 lead for the home side. But don't get your cheering horses on just yet. A penalty shot underway. However, the result was less than desired. The top scorer, the captain, and he can't do it. He tries a little too many fancy moves, but the 5-hole wicket is closed just in time. And guess who? Karhunen once again. He gets the shutout in his debut for the Pelicans. Their first CHL game and their first CHL win. Big stuff from the Finns. A German-speaking battle in the Erste Bank Arena in Vienna, Austria. However, not both of these teams are from Austria. Adler Mannheim representing one of our German teams this year in the Champions Hockey League, and let's see how this one shakes out. In the first period, it was all Mannheim, and take a look at how early it is as well. 6.5 minutes, give or take, into the game, and Yannick Moser makes it a 1-0 lead. Zapolsky can't do much about that. That deflection is crystal clear and pure. Another look at it, it's a piece, not enough. And such is the life of a goaltender. But such is the life of beautiful passing and skill as well. Mannheim up by 2. with 4 minutes left in the first period. And the shot is pretty nice, but check this out. The hesitation, forcing Zapolsky to drop down, and then the pass goes somewhere else, and the shot somewhere completely different. Excellent stuff on the man advantage. Well, Mannheim weren't done with their scoring. They got one more just a few moments later. Stulze makes it 3-0 in the first period. What a start from Mannheim away from home. And look at that wrist shot. The screen was perfect. Everything working flawlessly for Mannheim. And their netminder was up to the challenge as well. An excellent opportunity, but Gustafsson is there. He's square, and it's still 3-0 for Mannheim. Well, just like that 3-0 goes one way, how about another goal on the other side of things? A fourth goal for the visitors, as Adler Mannheim are all over the Capitals. They have no answer for what the Hawks are throwing at them. Four goals doesn't seem to be enough, and this one would end the night of Zapolsky as well. A 5-hole ripper. Not much he can do about that. He committed to the first shot. The deflection comes right back to the forward, and that would be all she wrote. 5-0 through 40 minutes, but there would be some consolation. Mike Zalewski gets the lone Vienna Capitals goal. It doesn't look like much, but all that matters is the score sheet. And an unfortunate defender is all that stops the shutout as Mannheim get themselves a sixth and seal this one for real. 6-1 away from home, with the final tally coming from Bergman, his second of the game, an absolute dismantling of their German-speaking rivals, and they, along with their fans, have the bragging rights for the foreseeable future.
Last year, the Polish champions GKS Tuchu recorded only 3 points in their first CHL season. On Friday, they tried to match that total in their first game of the new year against Djurgården. The Swedes from Stockholm peppering Kamil Levertovsky in the GKS net early and often. That shot by Erik Valli-Walterholm, and then GKS scoring against the run of play. The Japanese Dennis Akimoto finishing past Robin Jensen. 1-0 for the Poles, but the lead wouldn't last. Alexander Holtz, the puck just trickling underneath Levertovsky. Back level pegging the Swedes. The key pass from Simon Johansson. Holtz's first of the night, not the last. Good touch passing on the power play later in the first, and Matthias Gutzer getting the power play tally. Holtz with an assist here along with Linus Hultström. Grasping for thin air, Levertovsky. 2-1 the Swedes after one. Good save early in the second though by Levertovsky. Puck eventually finding its way across to Gutzer. Save made at the other end. Body save by Jensen. Possible tip there by Christian Rakowski. Alexei Yefimenko also lurking, but Jensen up to the task. Later in the second period, watch the one-timer bounce off the backboards and then just pushed wide by Sebastian Strandberg. Just getting a touch, actually, Levertovsky. So 2-1, Tuchu still in the game into the third, but the snapshot from Holtz. 2 goals and an assist on the night. Look at the quick turn, the fire near post. Levertovsky leaning the wrong way. 3-1 Djurgården, and then a power play snipe from Patrick Berglund, making it 4-1 at the 3:41 mark of the third. Another point for Gutzer, another assist for Hultström. Tuchu not done in this game yet, though. Watch the backhand here from Bartlomiej Jeziorski. Number 91 making it 4-2. Power move into the slot. Maybe a screen in front from Filip Komorski as well, but Djurgården back on the power play later on. That snapshot from Strandberg tickles the twine. And after missing that chance in the second, he scores in the third. Michael Haga getting his second assist of the night as well. And Haga would get a third on another Djurgården power play, this time scored by Niklas Bergfors. 6-2 the final score for Djurgården eventually. Convincing enough win for Jensen and the Swedes. They move to the top of Group F over the Poles. One night after the Belfast Giants upset Pilsen in the CHL, the Cardiff Devils also hoped to defeat Czech opposition at home in the form of Mountfield HK. Early going favored the Czech side at the Viola Arena in Cardiff. Early chance set up by Lukas Single, but Tomáš Vincur unable to convert. Cardiff had their chances in the first period. The shot from Charles Longley dealt with by Marek Mazanec. But then the Czechs on the board first. Good shot by Radovan Pavlik, beating Ben Bounds in the Cardiff goal. Feed from Mislav Rozandic. The finish was sure. The lead 1-0 after 1 for Mountfield. But second period, Cardiff 5-on-3 action. Longley, watch this little touch from Matt Pope across to the goal scorer Blair Riley. Big goal for Cardiff, really established their firm footing in this contest. Was this touch intentional from Pope or accidental? Either way, Blair Riley getting the goal, his first ever in the CHL. And Cardiff still on the power play, now 5-on-4. Mark Richardson to Longley, back to the point, Gleason Fournier shot ticked into the net by Mike McNamee. Two goals coming only 53 seconds apart, and the 1-0 deficit, much to the delight of the hometown fans. Now a 2-1 lead for Cardiff. Watch McNamee in front. Well, a bit blurry from that angle, but trust me, you got to stick on it. 2-1 after 2 for the Devils. Into the third period on the doorstep. Great chance for the Mountfield captain Radek Smolenyak, but Bounds again in the way. And then watch this feed from Sean McMonagle. Was Longley offside? Not given as such. The goal allowed to stand. Great feed from McMonagle. 3-1 now the lead. Splitting the defenders. Longley tucking the puck past Mazanec. Mountfield tried to mount some counterattacks. This the best of them. Daniel Rakos denied on the doorstep by Ben Bounds. Getting behind Bryce Reddick, but not able to tuck the puck home. The final goal that Mountfield would score in this game came much, much too late. Lukas Single circling, then finding Pavlik, who feeds Tomáš Vincur for the one-time goal. Officially at the 1958 mark of the third period. A very good sniper's goal from Vincur. But Cardiff hanging on, getting the 3 points, only their third ever win in the Champions Hockey League. They move to the top of CHL Group H.